0.3 notes, interpreting domain and range. This is a concept that made an appearance in Algebra 1 and that you're going to be hearing a lot of specifically in these first couple units, but throughout the whole class. And it starts off with the concept of knowing that we have both on a graph, in a table. You have seen it before, you'll see it again, different locations for X and Y to play itself out. So understanding how that plays out is certainly important for us here. And our graphs of functions are going to give us a lot of information. Mostly here, what we're going to focus on is domain and range. So understand that domain is all of the X values involved, and range is all of the Y values involved. There could be just a constant stream of that. There could be some separation in between. But whenever I have an X value, that falls in the domain. Anytime I have a Y value, it falls in the range. And then some other things from graphs that will play itself out here throughout, and being able to interpret some things is x-intercepts and y-intercepts. When I have an x-intercept, I will have a specific x value, and the y value would be 0. When I have y-intercept, that would mean that my x value would be 0, and there would be a specific y. So again, x-intercepts, the x is known, the y value is going to be 0, and then the y-intercept, again, 0 for the x value, y is going to be all by itself. We'll have that specific number there. Then finally, another very large set of terms we'll have is max and min. Of course, that's shortened for maximum and minimum. So understanding that when I have my maximum, I'm looking at the most. And I'm looking specifically at the y value in that. So we're talking about how high up it is. Might want to think of that as a high situation, and minimum you might want to think about as a low situation, or when my y value hits its lowest point in terms of that. So again, those are phrases here as we go along. We're going to hear a lot of in this class. We're starting off pretty common things here. Then we're going to see this word play out. This is a big one. We've got to highlight it. We've got to understand it. Is the word interval. An interval is specifically a domain scenario that we're going to be kind of peeking at here. When we take a look here for our intervals and domain, we're going to be trying to peek at what the graph that we have looks like. If I have something that looks like it's traveling upwards as I read left to right, then we say we have an increasing interval with that. If we see something decreasing, it would be traveling down from left to right. And that might make sense to you from the standpoint of, in Algebra 1 class, we had a positive slope. That would be increasing interval. In Algebra 1 class, we had a decreasing interval that would make the appearance as a negative slope. Staying constant would be a scenario where there is no change at all. I'm not getting a lot of help here from the drawing. No change as we're moving left to right. So it's just staying the same. In Algebra 1, you might have seen this known as a horizontal line. All right, so we have positive slope for increasing, negative slope for decreasing, and a horizontal slope, a horizontal line that would be staying constant.